I opened the box expecting something sentimental. Maybe a watch, maybe a photo album. Instead, I found a manila envelope. Crisp, legal, an eviction notice. Signed by my own brother. Hand-delivered by my own mother. On my birthday. They stood there smiling, like it was some cruel party trick. It wasn't. Years ago, when I'd hit rock bottom, they bought my house to help. I paid them back every cent, plus interest. But I never asked for the deed back. That was my mistake. They waited until I rebuilt my life, then ripped the floor out from under me. On the one day they thought I'd be too stunned to fight back. But silence wasn't surrender. It was strategy. This wasn't just a house. It was where I pulled all-nighters building my design firm, where I cared for Dad until his last breath, where I patched up my sister's marriage over coffee and quiet talks, and they tossed me out like old furniture. Why? They needed the equity for Brian's wedding. Because nothing says family like shoving blood under the bus for fairy lights and a white tent. I left that night with nothing but my laptop and my name. But that was enough. I wasn't just going to get even. I was going to make them regret thinking I was replaceable. Step 1. Paperwork. An old client, a real estate developer, owed me a favor. I asked for a temporary office and property records. No questions. Step 2. Find their weak spots. The wedding venue? Custom built on family land. Guess who handled the permits? Me. Guess who still had copies? Me again. Turns out, the property had a shared use license. Violation equals shutdown. Strike 1. The caterer? I bought the company. Cash. No hesitation. I told them to close for kitchen renovations the weekend of the wedding. Strike 2. The groom's ex? Brian had been texting her all through the engagement. I didn't need to expose her. I just made sure she knew where and when the wedding was. Strike 3. Then came the big day. Suits, gowns, thousands in flowers, music drifting across the hills, cameras flashing. I showed up in black, no tie, just confidence. Slipped into the crowd unnoticed, tapped the mic. Excuse me, I have a gift for the bride and groom. The crowd froze. My brother's laugh died in his throat. My mother's smile shattered. I held up an envelope, just like they did to me on my birthday. This, I said, is a cease and desist. Unauthorized use of the property. I didn't stop there. Your caterer quit. Your liquor license is void. And the guest of honor? She's 10 minutes away with a video of Brian calling her his biggest what if. Silence. Then chaos. The bride screamed. My mother lunged. Brian yelled about jealousy. I handed the mic to the wedding planner and walked away. Didn't even look back. 3 weeks later, I bought the house back through a shell company. When they begged to rent it for financial reasons, I told them the landlord was very particular about integrity. They didn't get the joke, but I did. They gave me betrayal in a gift box. I returned it wrapped in consequences. Some people blow out birthday candles. I prefer court documents, sharper, cleaner. And the wish always comes true.